Gallery. We are at chapter 4 of Age of Egg. This is New Mutants 23, and we are finally going to start getting some answers, and they are packaged in this comic with a lame cover. I didn't think this cover is exciting enough for a comic book. Not only is it a pairing that only writers like together, but it doesn't really sell any of the excitement going on inside. It makes it look like this crossover is just a domestic spat between Rouge and Mr. Magnets. This is an issue of New Mutants, so instead of Clayface, we have the other Clayface doing the art, Preston Payne. And my recap for this story is that things are not what they seem. I cannot be asked going over it again. I've done 3 parts so far. Go and watch them if you want to know what's up. This issue, it focuses on Mr. Magnets. So we begin with a scene of him leading the Excellent Men in battle against the human armies. Then we have the big guns come out. The 5 members of the Excellent Men, who are the heavy hitters. These 5 are important characters, but we haven't seen much of them yet. We get a little bit of stuff down here with Rachel Phoenix and Elian Keller. Rachel, she babbles on about how all she wanted was to come home. Oh, mysterious. Then we have a scene with Dan Stevens and his stepmom, boring Myra MacDonald, and a bit where Dan Stevens seems very sinister down here, which I'm guessing was meant to be some misdirection or something. It's like that bit in The Guest where he is staring at the camera when Love and Rockets is playing. The word that would best describe this feeling would be haunted. Haunted by your soul. But Mr. Magnets, we learn that he decided to spare Rouge and Ed Gambit at the end of last issue. And we find out that Mr. Magnets, he is aware of this world not adding up, but he himself has been too afraid to really poke at the hornet's nest, so he has tried his best to protect the other Excellent Men from the truth. There is a good bit where we learn Mr. Magnets, his belief of things not being what they seem. It comes from his low opinion on humans, and he doesn't believe that the crappy lesser species would have been so successfully able to keep all of the much more powerful mutant race on the ropes for 3 long years. So Mr. Magnets, he reveals what he has discovered to Rouge and Ed Gambit. He located what he believes is like ground zero of all of this stuff. A mysterious area in his fortress that should not exist. So Rouge and Ed Gambit, they are going to look at that. And I know the artist isn't as good as the real Clayface, but there are some panels like Rouge here that are definitely good. So now we are ready to start getting hints at the big picture. And I know this is an advert for a Dan Slott Spider-Man story, which, yes, it did involve some rape. But the art for this advert is really good. I didn't think they used it for a cover. We have a quick scene out here with the new Muties, or is it Excellent Force? Who knows? It is kind of wrapping them up. They're basically done in this story now. No more real use for them. Then we have this really cool Mr. Magnets bit where he does a one-man assault on his own prison to free Buffy Pride and also Dr. X. Mr. Magnets, he wants to hear the truth from them. Then with Rouge and Ed Gambit, we have a kiss. And this is the couple more people care about. Put this on the cover. This is what the people want. This is like the only real Rouge ship that counts. It's like one of the most popular ships in comic books. Put this on the cover. But writers, they are obsessed with pairing Rouge and Mr. Magnets for some reason. So we start to get some answers, but they are answers in the style of the no longer popular TV series Lost, which I admit I am embarrassed to still defend to this day. Dr. X, he knows what is going on, and we learn that a she is responsible for this. I thought offering up that identifier made it too obvious, but in this issue alone, there is at least one red herring. And in this day of pronouns gone mad, saying it is a she could refer to anyone in this story. Pronouns gone mad, that should be a phrase that the transphobes adopt. It's like PC gone mad. They should all go, oh, it's pronouns gone mad. Or better yet, they should just stop being transphobic in the first place. The two excellent men, they enter the mysterious room that exists, and it is a lab, and there is clues galore which you would recognise if you were reading the book beforehand. But if you were not, if you just jumped on board for this crossover, they didn't explain it at all. I am on the fence about whether or not I should upfront explain what you see in here, but I think I will. This here is the Excellent Men's Lab, and this guy who is frozen in time, he is one of their main science people, Dr. Death, who you will recognise from that Invader story where he was a Nazi. I will complain about that immensely, but not right now. Some science experiment went wrong, and it has caused this Age of Egg reality thing to happen. Then Rouge, she finds a little box, and she opens it, and she looks inside, and seeing what is inside, it causes her to drop it. She drops the box very, very slowly. Meanwhile, Mr. Magnets, he is attacked by the other excellent men, and the tanks of the team show up. And we have Fetish Fuel down here taking charge, and that is really hot. Can we have some sort of a toast to Fetish Fuel? She is the sexiest character in this story. because Emma Frosty's is only in 5 panels. And inside the little box is the stars. Inside the box is the rest of the world, the rest of the universe, whatever. Mysterious. Oh, mysterious. It is nice to start getting answers, isn't it? We're 4 parts into the story and we are already at the final act. It is so refreshing how they didn't waste any time with this one. They got in, did what they wanted to do, then got out. The cover for this issue should be better though. This is easily the weakest Age of Egg cover. The next 2 are the 2 best ones. I rate this 7 thumbs up.